Yeah. Welcome everyone, of course, a happy new year to everybody, everywhere far and wide. Welcome to the Laborie playing field in Mavia. We are about to witness day 2 of the quarterfinals in the Floor Play Championship, where it's going to be contested between the Laborie Veterans versus Floor Lancers FC. Laborie Veterans, they're decked in the orange and black strip, and Lancers in their traditional blue outfit. Round of applause for both teams on getting to the quarterfinals of the Play Championship. The lineup for Floor Lancers FC: number 16, Vibat Sonson; number 4, Shane Meckler; number 10, Nigel Springer; number 20, Raphael Calendar; number 17, Morvin Williams; number 7, Gilbert Alfred; number 6, Ansgar Herman; number 8 looks like Leslie Sherry; number 18, Fanny Aboud; number 21, Anthony Paul; and number 2, Peter George. The team is coached by Trevor Daniel, and the manager is Shem Elwin. Again, one more applause for Floor Lancers FC. They're based in Northeast Castries, or Central Castries. Which part? Central, so they're from Castries. We move on to the south of the island, Laborie Veterans. Make some noise for them in orange. Number 44, Ronald Charles. Number 3, Glenn Bartlett. Number 25, Cameron Law. Number 4, Norville Clark. Number 10, Claudia Serrier. Number 15, Dean John. Number 11, Don Tommy. Number 5, Sean Emmanuel. Number 7, Ashley Duncan. Number 6, Harvey Etienne. And number 20, Roman Ramroach. Starting 11 for Laborie. They are coached by Daniel Cassius and managed by Javel Attil. The official, the referee is Mr. Nigel Matre. AR1, Marlon Alce. AR2, Dunstan Lekan. And the co-official is Edmund Smith. And the rain is certainly here, so people, however, do enjoy this encounter between the two. Laborie Veterans taking on Lancers Floor FC in the rain and the battle. Enjoy!
Welcome to a rainy afternoon here in Laborie. Yes, of course, in the knockout stages, which is the quarterfinals of the Caribbean Alliance Gold Cup. On the heavy rains here at the Laborie ground. First of 2 games to be played here. Floor Lancers FC coming up against Laborie Veterans. It's all about the Caribbean Alliance Gold Cup for 2017-2018 in continuation from last year. Ruben Ramruch with the kickoff there for Laborie veterans. Flu Lancers in control of the ball game. Anthony Paul is trying to caress the ball here. The whistle of Nigel Maffrey went, and Flu Lancers will start from the back with Herman. A good touches by Fadi. Fadi finding his man, Anthony Paul. He's trying to cross this one there into the path of Springer, but well contested in defense. As well as just eluding Leslie there. A shot on goal, but well collected again by the goalkeeper, Peter George. Laborie veterans giving the ball away. Anthony Paul is trying to take on his man. Fadi. They're looking for Anthony Paul on the near side. And this ball is coming in. And I think that a ball came off the hand of one of the defenders there, and a penalty was awarded there by Nigel Maffrey. And he puts this one home. I think it was a save there in the rush, and of course the keeper doing a very, very good work indeed. Momentarily, I thought this one was at the back of the net, and some good work there by Peter George, denying a Springer. A corner again to Laborie veterans. That is to Flo Lancers to be taken there by Anthony. The ball coming across under some heavy rain here. The ball coming across again, and the keeper is not able to hold it the way that he wanted, but still the ball is in the control of Laborie as they give it away. Nigel Springer is whistled offside. Ball is played wide to Norval Clark.
VETS, Veterans in Sports Inc.
Some good control there by Herman. Looking forward there. And again, through in there, Harvey Etienne was looking for his man there on the near side. That's a Norval Clark. Fadi was looking for Paul. Through in by Shane. Herman is trying to dance around his man, doing so quite comfortably. Calendar is muscle of the ball. Laborie veterans, they on the far side. This ball is coming across in the path of Ramruch, but the head over Herman went. A good control there. A little bit too slippery indeed, and a waterlogged field. Flu Lancers FC is trying to make inroads there, and Springer losing his foot in there in the process. Ball is given chase there. It's a waterlogged outfield, and of course the ball will be caught in the water each and every time, because it has to be played aerially most of the times, and some firm passes there. Ball is coming across very dangerously, and the heads go up, and it's into the goal. 1-0 in favor of Laborie Veterans. Dangerous ball coming across there. Laborie Veterans finding the back of the net via Don Tome there, taking the lead. 1-0 in the first half of our knockout stages, which is the quarterfinals of the Flow Plate Championship.
There you have it, the Laborie Veterans team taking the lead in the first half. So it's 1-0 in favor of Laborie. Remember, the outfield is extremely wet and soggy, so we should be in for some frolics this afternoon.
Leslie with a hurried shot there, and was held up by the water. Ram Roach is on the end of this one for Laborie. Is trying to take on his man there on the far side. That's Calendar. Leslie looking very comfortable. Squares it wide, and ball is going into touch for throwing to Laborie Veterans. Fadi finding his man there on the far side. A ball coming across, and not controlled there in the final third. Laborie looking for the second one, and well dealt with again in defense. Leslie on the far side, finding his man. Calendar back with Leslie, and Leslie's muscled off the ball. Ram Roach, poor control, just stray away from him a little bit. Paul giving a very poor pass indeed to Shane. And Shane is being warned there by the man in the middle, Nigel Maffra, ensuring that he goes easy. It's all about veterans football. They are just coming of age. Ashley Duncan lift this one gently, well collected by the keeper. Is looking for Leslie, and Leslie is looking for Springer. Springer is trying to take on his man there, Dean John. Some good work there by Dean John.
VETS VIS, Veterans in Sports Inc.
Laborie again there on the far side. Under very soggy conditions. Laborie looking for the second one. Roach, bad control there in the final third. And this one is hiked away. Paul giving chase. Norville Clark can't control Paul, and the ball got caught in the water. Oh, a lovely ball there by Mika finding his man. Leslie. Oh, delicate pass there. And Leslie was not quite onto this one. And I think Leslie was whistled outside. Some very good ball there by Son trying to find Leslie. A throw in there to Laborie Veterans, and of course they are down by a goal to nil. Don Tommy, he found the back of the net there for Laborie Veterans. The second game here tonight will be between Laborie Connections and Viewfort North. This one is pumped high and hard by the goalkeeper, eluding the head of Roach. And Herman goes back to his keeper. Clark trying to find his man. Well dealt with by Calendar. And again, the ball is issued into touch there for throw-in. Throw-in to be taken there by Gilbert Alfred. Calendar for Flu Lancers FC. Well tackled there by Don Tommy. And Ronald Charles did some very good work early on, saving a penalty. Alfred again with the through. Looking to find Springer. And Springer is fouled. Leslie behind this one there. Leslie is trying to whip this one into the surface area there. The heads go up. Fadi. Calendar. Well blocked again. Trying to leave this one there for Leslie. And Leslie is ruled offside and well collected by Ronald Charles. Leslie has been spotted in the offside position in about most probably 3 occasions or so. Looking very hungry indeed. The heads go up. That's over Williams. And Leslie to Fadi. Fadi finding his man. Again, back to Fadi in the midfield region. And the ball was held up. Calendar. Paul spreads it wide to Mika. And Mika is looking for his man there. And some very good work in defense again by Glenn Bartlett. A corner to Flu Lancers FC. Under some wet and soggy conditions here at the Larissus playing field. Paul trying to swing this one in, finding the defense. Paul again will have the opportunity. Leslie on the far side. And he was trying to scoop it back into the 6-yard region. He just sailed over the transversal.
VIS, Veterans in Sports Inc.
A goal kick there to Laborie Veterans. This one is pumped high and hard. Well met by Williams. Fadi, back heel there, finding his man, Alfred, the dreadlocks man, and Alfred is trying to dance around his man. Back to Fadi. Calendar was robbed. Very good ball, and Ashley Duncan is giving chase. Looking for the second one. Ashley Duncan is putting this one wide.
VIS, Veterans in Sports Inc.
We recommenced yesterday after the festive season. We saw VSADC getting the better of behind the College All-Stars by 3 goals to 2. And of course, Marshall Veterans went down to Caricom Masters by 2 goals to 1. Leslie's trying to take control of this one. Is well shadowed. A calendar on this one. A good ball moving across. Lance Powell looking for Ashley Duncan. Ansgar Herman finding his man. Paul. Well controlled there, Paul. Shadowing his ball. And Ashley Duncan on this one there. There was a little problem there between Lance and, of course, Ansgar Herman. Ramroach. A touch too heavy on this one there, and the keeper is taking care of it. Calendar goes wide, finding Alfred. Alfred is looking for Leslie. Ramroach trying to take control of this one, but relinquishing the attack to Alfred. Alfred was robbed. And Mika. Sonson. Goes wide to Alfred. Alfred to Leslie. Fadi. Dink over the top again, looking for Leslie. Leslie's trying to take on his man there on the far side. And Leslie giving the ball away, and Fadi is furious about the pass, which was not directed to him. But he has to understand the conditions here are very soggy indeed, and some mistakes will be made. Some clouds hanging above our heads there, and they look very dark indeed. Signs of more rain here tonight. The clearance there. Williams still giving the ball away. Ramroach is ruled offside. Fadi. A very good ball there by Duncan. And the ball is scooped wide of the goal area, posing no threats to the man in goal. I know because of the wet and soggy conditions here, the ball will be held up most of the time. Shane, good work by Shane, finding Ansgar Herman, and Herman is looking for Springer. Oh, Springer was robbed in the process. Some very good work indeed there by Etienne. Etienne finding Duncan. Duncan and Lance Powell there doing their thing. Novel Clark was robbed. And Calendar giving it away. Clark. This one is spliced off Anthony Paul. Ramroach. Well dealt with in defense by Herman. Herman looking for Alfred. Son. Finding Fadi. Calendar looking for his man, Springer. Springer. Touch too heavy for Springer to chase. Ronald Charles, the keeper, finding his defense. This ball is squared wide. Trying to find Lance Powell. And the ball is going into touch for throwing. Fadi. Shane. And Shane was robbed. Clark. Harvey Etienne is giving chase, but some good defending there. Harvey again, reaping the benefits. Calendar finding his man in defense. Ansgar Herman. And you could hear Leslie shouting his name. Well controlled by Leslie in the midfield region. And oh, what a good ball there by Leslie looking for Anthony Paul on the far side. And some very good clearance in defense by Glenn Bartlett.
VIS, Veterans in Sports Inc.
Throw in there to Flo Lancers FC. Son looking for Fadi. A poor ball there by Fadi. And this one is given away again. Flo Lancers in control. Shane Mika. Shane looking for his number 10. St. Louis looking for Leslie. Leslie's trying to chip Randy Charles, Roland Charles there, and this one just sailed over the transversal, posing no threats whatsoever. Laborie VETS will start again. Oh, a lovely skills there being displayed. And looking for the man just coming in with the fresh legs there, giving chase. But straight into the grasp of the keeper. Hoinking this one. Fadi controlling this one. Looking for Leslie there on the far side. Leslie looking for St. Louis, but finding Paul. Paul is a bundle of the ball there. And this one is straight into the hands of Ronald Charles. Ansgar Herman was the one who took the free kick. Some good control there by Williams. He squares it wide to Mika. Mika back to Williams. Some very good control indeed by Sonson. And Sonson is looking for his man, Springer. And Springer is doing a meal out of this one there. This ball was given away. Leslie asking for it. Leslie taking on one. Leslie taking on two. Leslie into the final third. He squares it. Flow Lancers FC looking for their first goal. Well contested in defense. Sonson was a goal bound, and the defense of Laborie proved to be very, very good indeed. Ansgar Herman in defense for Flow Lancers FC. Lance was robbed in the process. Oh, very good ball to Leslie. Held up by the water. Leslie again, trying to dance around his man. Leslie on the move. Ball is back with Fadi. Fadi is trying to square it wide, looking for Roger, but straight into the arms of Ronald Charles. Well, rain has ceased for the moment, and no problems there whatsoever, but still very soggy because the ball has been held up on several occasions. Ronald Charles, well controlled by Fadi, putting it back into the game. The ball is squared wide. Laborie VETS still in control of this one. Taken away by Leslie. A good tackle in there by Fadi. And Roger St. Louis is offside. Spot kick there to Laborie veterans. And let me remind you that it's unlimited changes here in veterans football. Fadi again, looking for his man in the midfield region there, and finding him. A very good ball, looking for Lance Powell. Lance is trying to dance around his man. Oh, some good turn there, of course. By Ashley Duncan. Duncan again on the end of this one and making a meal out of it. Some poor passing there from the boys of Laborie Veterans. Springer finding his man on the far side. St. Louis. Fadi. Oh, lovely dink over the top there and well controlled again. Son with the header. Williams finding his man. Fadi going wide. Williams again. Williams was robbed in the process. And the Laborie forward is caught in an offside position. Fadi receiving from Herman. He could have played the simplest of ball to Mika, but he decided to go long. Springer is trying to dance in the area. Springer is looking for Paul, and some good work in defense by Clark. Finding his keeper, Ronald Charles. Ashley Duncan on the end of this one. Clearance there from the keeper. Finding Lance. The man in the middle, spotting an infringement there. This ball is lifted gently over the top. Herman was looking for Fadi and found him. A shot, but off target. Son. Finding his man on the far side. Yellow card issued there to a Laborie player. Ansgar Herman to take the spot kick for Flo Lancers. Lifting it gently, looking for his man and giving it away to Laborie VETS. Some good control in there from the Laborie veterans. This one is spread wide, looking for Paul. Paul again looking for his number 10, that's Springer. And the spring was brought down. It's all happening here at the Lawrence Spring field. Evenly matched there, Springer with the defense of Laborie. A free kick there to Laborie, and that's the Flo Lancers FC. And this one was scooped wide. No real control over this one by the number 9 of Flo Lancers FC. This ball is pushed wide. Novel Clark finding Lance. Some good skills there by the number 14 of Laborie. Ball going into touch. A throw in there by Shane Mika. Ball is ricocheted of the defense. Mika again finding Paul. Ball is well dealt with there from the defensive third over Laborie veterans. Shane Mika was whistled there for an infringement. Paul. Lance and Paul shoulder to shoulder. And Paul is a very, very interesting one here. And Paul will be called up. A serious game here. Just bumping into Lance. Lance to whip this one in. The heads go up for Flu Lancers FC. Calendar trying to take on his man. Giving the ball away. And Calendar is clipped, and up to now he's held on the ground with his hands in the air. In a genuflecting fashion, kneeling down and saying his prayers, of course. Ansgar Herman with the kick. Nice work there by the Laborie veterans. Ball is held up. Calendar finding Ansgar. Back to Calendar. Oh, some very good ball indeed there. Springer. That's Son on this one there. He was trying to find Springer there on the far side, but it was well contested indeed. Ansgar. Shane Mika sharing it with Williams. Ansgar is bringing this one across. That's a very good ball being played by Springer, finding his man there, St. Louis, and good defending again from Laborie. Very muddy conditions here. Shade on this one, giving it away to the defensive third of Laborie. Calendar firing tackles there. A very good ball by Williams there on the far side. He was looking for St. Louis. Lance Powell. Oh, very good ball there by Lance. Ansgar Herman in defense. Putting this one wide, finding his man. And this one is put into touch for a throw-in. Throw into Laborie veterans. Foul throw. Son for Flu Lancers FC. And at the first half, it's 1-0 in favor of Laborie Veterans.
And I think the flow pit of the championship of veterans football, Caribbean Alliance Gold Cup between Laborie Veterans and of course Flow Lancers FC. It's 1-0 in favor of Laborie Veterans. Of second game the night will be between Fort North and of course the Laborie Connections.
We're back here with the second half of our game. Leslie giving chase, trying to dance around his man. Oh, lovely pass there from Leslie. And the shot is wayward there. Flow Lancers FC looking for the equalizer. And the clash of heads there from behind. Springer is the culprit. A good ball there on the near side. A goal kick to Flow Lancers FC. Ansgar looking for Leslie. Leslie moving forward. Oh, very good ball indeed. Finding the man moving forward there. The fresh leg. Ball across the goal there. And it looks like Paul on the end of this one, just behind his back. And some good work in defense again by Laborie Veterans. Oh, a very good ball indeed moving forward from Laborie. Duncan is trying to short on goal there. Posing no threat whatsoever for the keeper. Oh, very delicate pass there. And well read again by Herman, the dreadlocks man. Right now, therefore, Flow Lancers FC. They're looking for Leslie. Leslie's trying to whip this one across. And living dangerously there is the final third of Laborie. And of course, Ronald Giles had to come off his line and clear this one. Darkness has enshrouded the regions here with the rays of lights from the stadium shining very bright. The ball is coming across there. So for the 18-yard, well dealt with from Laborie. Well contested there again by the player over Flow Lancers FC, and the ball is pushed forward, looking for the number 7. Some good ball there by Alfred, trying to find his man. Leslie is wide. Leslie's trying to cross this one on the back post. Heads go up in defense for Laborie. Ball is with Leslie one more time again. Ansgar. Ansgar is trying to play this one in the pocket there, looking for Paul. And Paul is ruled offside. A burst of fury there on the far side for Laborie. Oh, delicate ball. Straight into the path of Duncan. But the goalkeeper had all the ideas. Here comes Flew again. Just relinquishing the attack to Laborie veterans. Wasted straight into the grasp of the keeper, posing no threats whatsoever. A Son finding Gilbert. Oh, lovely ball there, finding Springer. Springer again was robbed. Ashley Duncan wants it. Ashley Duncan gets it. But Ansgar Herman in defense is finding Anthony Paul. Son. Gilbert Alfred. A dreadlocks man in the midfield trying to find Leslie. Or 1-2. Robbed in the process. And of course, Ashley Duncan was ruled offside.
VIS. Veterans in Sports Inc.
Well, I thought that Duncan was ruled offside, but and it's in his favor there right now. Duncan was impeded, and it's a free kick there to Laborie veterans. They're looking to go 2 up here. Blazing shot, just wide of the left upright, posing no threats whatsoever to the goalkeeper. The ground is still wet, very wet indeed, with some patches of water in diverse places. Throw into Flew Lancers FC. Some good movement on the ball there by Calendar, looking for his man. Calendar again, equal to the task, finding Paul, and a very good ball. And it was held up by the water, and Leslie is trying to pounce on this one, and well saved by Ronald Charles. Leslie looking for the equalizer there. A throw in to Flew Lancers FC. Springer looking for his man. Ball put into touch there from the defensive third over Laborie veterans, that is. Laborie Connections. They will be doing some warm-up there, engaging themselves in their warm-up activities. Likewise, Viewfort North. or delicate ball into the final third, and this one is in the path of Leslie. Leslie taking on one. Oh, and Leslie's just scooping this one over the transversal. Goal kick to Laborie veterans. Laborie veterans and Laborie connections. They look similar in what they wear. That's their football kit. Some good work in defense there from Laborie veterans. This ball was in the path of Duncan, and Duncan is just leaving it alone because he felt that he was in an offside position. Angsga, Herman there in defense for Flow Lancers FC. Eli not taking care of this one as he would have wished. Lance was robbed. Some very good work there by Lewis, and he was impeded. A delicate ball there to the dreadlocks man. Straight into the path of the... Oh, what a goal! Flow Lancers FC equalizing this one. The number 3 for Flow Lancers FC putting this one at the back of the net. Equalizing the game here. 1-1. Roach finding his man. Duncan, a touch too heavy on this one. A lovely touch there by the dreadlocks man. And giving this one away there, it was Son. Mida on this one there, the keeper. The ball is issued into touch there for throwing. Leslie finding his man. Ansgar Herman finding Son. Spring up. And this one was well dealt with. It looks to me like Calendar on the far side to do the honors. Throw in. And Tony Paul trying to bring this one across, and well dealt with. Williams was well dealt with on the far side by Romain Roach. A very good ball on the far side. Ball coming across very dangerously. And not holding on to this one is Charles. But getting it away of any danger. Ashley Duncan wanting this one. But it's the defensive third over Flu Lancers FC. Right now the Dreadlocks man is looking for Paul. A burst of fury on the far side. Bringing it across and straight onto the roof of the net. Posing no threats whatsoever. Leslie wanting this one. Leslie wanting this one. Is moved wide. Leslie crossing this one very dangerously. Looking for the Rasta man there. Moving very nice there across a goal. Flu Lancers FC winning themselves a throw. Some good work there by the Dreadlocks man. Calendar. And the Dreadlocks man has strayed into an offside position there. Ramroach trying to give chase there, and this one was cut short and put it into a touch there for throwing. Throwing there to Laborie veterans. Duncan on the end of this one there and giving chase there on the near side. Claudia Seri going across. Well defended there again. Leslie holding the play. A touch too heavy there for Leslie. Seri looking for his man. And of course, he was impeded in the process. Cameron was impeded in the process, and the spot kick was taken away too early there. I think most probably the ball was still rolling. And Nigel Maffrey brought this one back. I had a few words with the Dreadlocks man in the wall. Claudius Seri bringing this one across. Oh, this one is put wide of the right upright. Son. Giving chase there is a Springer, but well met with by the defensive third of Laborie. A throw in there. Infringement spotted there by Nigel Matherin. Williams. Ramroach. Shoulder to shoulder there with Williams. It's Ramroach. Ramroach is looking to bring this one across, but well dealt with by Mida. Good defending there by Ansgar Herman. Oh, and this ball is in the path of Leslie, but well cut out there by Claudia Serrier. Serrier finding his man. That's Don Tommy. Tommy is shadowed there by the dreadlocks man. He sees Ansgar Herman. Springer finding his man. Some good touches on the ball there. And they were robbed in the process. Herman. Very good defending there by Herman. Finding Sanson. Sanson was robbed in the process. Mida pouncing this one high and hard. Good work there by Isai Hall. Looking for Calendar on the far side. Finding Springer. Springer will have a go at this one. It's just wide of the left upright of Ronald Charles. We're evenly matched here between the two. Even Stevens, 1-1. And at the end of regulation time, if it remains in this manner, we are going into extra time. Handle ball there. Don Tommy was the culprit. A spot kick there. Could see Leslie. Leslie is lifting this one in the region there, and this one is well met by the defense of Laborie. Corner to Flo Lancers FC. Corner kick there to Flo Lancers FC. This one is well met. Oh, shot on target there and well saved by Ronald Charles.
VETS, Veterans in Sports Inc.
Flo Lancers FC looking to double it up here and taking the lead. Isai Hall playing this one short. And Isai is bringing this one across very dangerously, and Leslie firing at this one. Flo Lancers FC looking for goal number 2 here. Oh, some good dribbling skills displayed there by Claudia Serrier. He's looking for Ramroach. And he's finding Sanson. A Springer on the end of this one there, and Springer is ruled offside. Lancers looking very comfortable here in the second half of our first game here tonight. Ball is whipped across to Don Tommy. This one was well met again. Some nice dribbling skills there again. Ramroach, shoulder to shoulder with Ansgar Herman. This one is coming across and well collected by Mida. Mida finding Hall. Hall was robbed. Calendar having a boot onto this one. Ball coming across very dangerously there and eluding all the players. This one is... This one was directed straight to the keeper and not dealing with it as he would have wished. And Ramroach still couldn't make amends. And just put it wide. Hall again. The dreadlocks man sharing it with Leslie. A very good work in defense again by Don Tommy. And Tommy was just preventing Son from doing what he would have wished through in there. Leslie missing on this one. Well dealt with by Claudia Serrier. Throwing to be taken there by Son for Flo Lancers FC. As looking for Izai Hall. And the player there on the far side was ruled offside. Laborie will start again. Ramroach. Ansgar Herman is just shadowing this one and he was bundled over there by Ramroach. Well, size does not matter. Ansgar Herman, smaller in size to Ramroach, but protecting his ball. Springer goes wide to Leslie. Leslie finding his number 19. And some very good work there in defense. Ball has gone into touch for a throw-in to Flo Lancers FC. And Leslie on the end of this one from Son. Leslie's going across. Oh, this one is well caressed on the head there and not goal bound. Herman. Williams. A shot on goal, no problems for Charles. Ansgar in defense. A very good turn indeed. And this ball is spread wide to an opponent. Laborie veterans looking for the second goal here and to go up by 2-1. Ball in the path of Calendar, but it just trickled out of touch for a throw-in. Leslie wide. Leslie looking very dangerous here. Wasted on the far side. Goal kick. Straight to Leslie. Sonson giving this one away. Ball is back with Sonson. The ball was held up by the water. Calendar evenly matched with his opponent there on the far side. Calendar won't let him breathe. Ansgar Herman doing some very good work in defense. Finding Sonson. Isai Hall. Looking for the man moving forward there. That's Springer. Springer is trying to take on his man. A Hall again. Sonson finding the dreadlocks man. Leslie. Well robbed in defense again. The ball has gone into touch there for Fruin.
VIS, 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 Veterans in Sports Inc.
Throw into a Flow Lancers FC. Some good turn there by the dreadlocks man. Springer. Oh, the play on the far side was ruled in an offside position there. Whistled by Nigel Mathre. Moving forward there. Some delicate ball there being played by Laborie and Ansgar on the end of this one there. Put it into touch. This ball is coming across, but straight over the transversal. No worries and no problems there whatsoever for Mida in goal. Sonson was looking for Springer, and he was cut short. Well saved there again by Mida in goal. And this one was wide. Laborie in search of the second one here and to go up and taking the lead. But it was not to be. Ansgar Herman. relinquishing the attack to Laborie. Springer finding his man, and Leslie on the ends of this one there, but giving chase was Claudia Serrier. Anthony Paul was looking for Isai Hall, and he's put it straight into the path of the defense over Laborie. Herman again giving this one away. Straight into the arms of Mida. A shot taken there, posing no threats whatsoever. Anthony Paul looking for Isai Hall. The ball is with the dreadlocks man. Isai Hall. A chance here. Oh, he's trying to dig this one over the top. That's St. Louis. And sailed over the transversal there. In defense is Claudia Seri for Laborie. Claudius is finding Sonson. And Sonson is finding the dreadlocks man. Oh, what a good ball there! And this is the second one there for Flow Lancers FC. It's Springer finding the back of the net. 2-1. It is in favor of Flow Lancers FC.
Don't forget the coming up against Laborie veterans. Following this encounter, Newport North will be entertaining Laborie connections. It's all about the Caribbean Alliance World Cup for 2017-2018.
A corner kick there to Laborie, more of a spot kick. Someone was impeded on the far side, and Laborie looking to equalize here. A paw kick straight onto the roof of the net. Laborie drew first blood here, and they were leading by a goal to nil. And Flow Lancers FC coming back, and of course taking the lead there. And Nigel Maffrey, the referee, is in the mix. Oh, off the line by Ansgar Herman. The keeper was beaten to the task. And Ansgar Herman there on the line, saving the day. And Leslie, and of course Nigel Maffrey, the referee, not agreeing. Then a card was shown to him, I'm supposing. A throw in there to Laborie. A corner kick there to Laborie. This one is coming across. a goal kick. The ball was met by the heads of a Laborie player. A goal kick awarded there to Lancers FC, who just took the lead there, going up by 2-1. And Nigel Maffran is asking Ansgar Herman to make haste. It looks to me like Izai. And St. Louis was in an offside position. Anthony Paul is just putting this one into touch. Well, it was held up by the water. And right now it's into touch. Dealt with there by Anthony Paul. And at the final whistle of Nigel Maffran, it is Lancers FC defeating Laborie Veterans by 2-1.
At the end of the